Hi and welcome to this video. On this video I will talk about the HIDIS ST2 Pro Nebula, a single dynamic driver plus USB-C with ES9281AC Pro cable. The Nebula costs around 39 USD on Kickstarter, and the Kickstarter already started on December 19th or yesterday and is already fully funded in just 1 minute. Before I begin this review, let me thank HIDIS for sending the Nebula for this review. Rest assured, my review is always 100% my own personal opinion. Let's start with the box. The packaging or the box is pretty good. It has that rainbow effect. On the back, you can see the specification. And let's just open this thing. When you open the box, you are greeted with the IM itself. And you get a pouch. Inside this pouch, there is a cable. You get an ear tips, USB-A to USB-C adapter, and probably warranty card. Not sure. Oh, you also get a cable ties. Let's talk about the build quality. As for the IM itself, to be brutally honest with you, it feels a bit cheap. It's made out of plastic though on the plus side. Because of it, the IM itself is basically weightless and is very comfortable to use. As for the cable, the cable is terminated in USB-C. And I believe HIDIS also sell this cable as a cable only and is available in MMCX configuration. And what is so special about this cable? Just like I said before, it has a DAC, a converter. Basically, this cable acts as your dongle or external DAC or some kind of DAC-M combo but in a cable. Also, this cable supports MQA and it has a mic. The mic quality itself is decent. I would say it's usable for a phone call and communication, but like for singing, nah, it's just for communication in general. As for the build, it's pretty good. It has some kind of nylon coating. Is this nylon or something? Yeah, probably nylon. And you can see the chip on the cable if you're like really love to see this kind of thing. Yeah, it's aesthetically pleasing. Let's talk about the sound. For the sound, I tested this HIDIS ST2 Pro Nebula using the stock cable, a KZ cable, and using the stock ear tips. Music is mostly from Apple Music and Spotify, with genre of J-pop, rock, EDM, metal, jazz, and rap. I have to be completely honest with you since I don't have a measuring rig. I'm not sure if the cable is adding some sort of EQ slightly to the IM or not. With the KZ cable, the Nebula sounds almost identical to this USB cable, though it feels a bit more unpolished. HIDIS on their website also said that the cable itself has DSP capabilities and can do EQ, but I don't find any special apps, at least for now, and how to set the DSP or EQ itself. With all stock configuration, the Nebula sounds just like a Harman Target with extra mid bass. It has a strong bass presence, overall sound is on the warmer side, and is very comfortable to listen to for a long listening session. Or you can say the tonality is fatigue free. Let's start from the bass. It has a Harman Target sub-bass quantity with extra mid-bass presence. The base with the included cable sounds very nice, like it feels enveloping around you with its mid-bass presence. Sub-bass also digs in quite deep, and overall bass presentation is on the bouncier side, or you can say a bit boomy rather than pure brute force punch. For the metal genre, I feel like the bass is a bit too sluggish, to be honest with you, to keep up with the double pedal kick drums. But for other genres, let's say J-pop, rap, EDM, the bass itself is very nice to listen to. Mid-range, Harman Target tune, with slight boosted lower mids due to the coloration from the bass. Overall, the mid-range feels thick. I won't call it particularly muddy, but it feels thick. Vocal sounds very well bodied and presented in a very musical way, and is free from sibilance. Also, probably thanks to the high quality built-in DAC, the vocal sounds very lush and pleasing with lots of emotion. I can say this because with the KZ cable, the vocal sounds a bit lifeless. Same for the instruments, it sounds thick and well-bodied. Tested on Violet Evergarden OST, the ultimate prize, you can hear that the piano and violin sounds thick and lush. It is never presented in an aggressive manner, or you can say, it is presented in a very smooth and relaxed side rather than aggressive. How about the treble? The treble is smooth, relaxed with just an okay extension. The overall treble presentation here is pretty relaxed, though I check on others' quick graph, there is a peak around 8K. I don't hear it in real life. The treble is presented just like your typical Harman Target tuned IMs. It's smooth, decent air quality, but just okay extension. As for the treble details, it's actually pretty good. Again, thanks to the built-in DAC. Because when I test the Nebula with KZ cable straight to my Poco M6 Pro, the details are just not there. Let's talk about the technicalities. It's good for 39 USD if using the stock cable. Let's start from the stage. The stage is medium size, has decent stage layering, it feels symmetrical in width and depth, but like exact wall placement rendering is still slightly blurry. Imaging, good. I won't say that it has holographic imaging, but it is good, like pretty good for $39. Again, probably due to the built-in DAC from the cable itself. With KZ cable plugged straight to my phone, the Nebula has just okay imaging at best. Separation and positioning, good. The ST2 Pro Nebula has a good separation for a single driver IM. Again, thanks to the built-in DAC. Probably at this point I just sounded like a broken record or something, but yeah. As for positioning, it's decent. I can pinpoint objects and sound source, but not like razor sharp pinpoint positioning. With the Nebula, I kinda need to focus a bit more to be able to pinpoint like where this sound or objects are coming from. As for comparison, I honestly don't really use a USB IM, so I can't really give a straight, fair comparison between the same USB type IM. But just ask away in the comments, I will try my best to reply. So, what is the conclusion of this review? Is the Hidis ST2 Pro Nebula worth it? To be honest, if the price stays at 39 USD for the complete IM plus cable package, yeah, it's worth it. But I believe the normal MSRP price for this is gonna be $49 US. At that price bracket, there are quite a lot of other IM that I can recommend, provided let's say you already have some kind of external DAC or dongle. The use case scenario I can see with this Nebula is for an EDC item or everyday carry item. Like, where simplicity is really needed, but you don't want to be limited by the battery life of a TWS solution or poor sound quality from similarly priced TWS as the Nebula. I can say that the sound quality of the Nebula for 39 to 49 USD is better than similarly priced TWS solution or Bluetooth headphones. So in the end, it's really up to you as consumers to decide whether the ST2 Pro Nebula fits in with your use case scenario or not. That's all from me for now. Thanks for reaching this far. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like. If you want more content like this, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to share it with your friends. See you next time. Bye-bye.